but women bring a lot of empathy to the table, right? And it's not just limited to other women, it's empathy about everyone in the organization.
Tejaswini Tilak is the Director for Global Vertical Strategy and Marketing at Equinix. Tejaswini also leads the Equinix Women Leaders Network for Asia Pacific and has close to 15 years experience in IT and global telecommunications. She joins us now on Cloud Moves TV. Tejaswini, welcome. Real pleasure to have you on.
Lovely to be here.
Now, a McKinsey Global Institute report has found 12 trillion could be added to global GDP just by advancing women's equality. So what measures can companies take to make sure they are attracting as much talent as possible?
I think there's a couple of dimensions to this one. Part of it is about attracting, but in my head, a lot of it is to do with retention, right? Because what we see is a lot of women join the workforce and they compete equally, right? They're as qualified, have the same pedigrees, but then a lot of them drop out. And there's reasons of having children, etc., that come into play. I think to make a real difference, you've got to have structures in place that enable retention, or in some cases, if women do drop out, then to get them back into the workforce.
Now, some of the world's most powerful technology companies have female CEOs. So that's including YouTube, IBM, Yahoo, and HP. So do you believe the adoption of flexible working hours and things like shared paternity leave has now perhaps shed the misconception that women can't have both a child and a career?
I think that's certainly playing a role in driving up awareness, not just among women. I mean, I'm a firm believer that to make real change, you've got to do this in partnership with both men and women as being part of the equation, not just women. It's not just a women's issue. So in my own case, for example, I have two little children, right? Two boys. And it's a constant dilemma. How much, what choices do I make every day? Whether I, go to work, whether I go and do that business travel, or do I stay back and look after my kids? And I feel very strongly that my husband has played a very significant role in pushing me to go forward and achieve. And therefore, I think it's a partnership to solve the problem. Of course, having very strong female role models, it's incredibly helpful.
Now, a study by First Round Capital documented how technology companies with a female founder performed 63% better than those companies with all male founding teams. So what qualities do you believe female CEOs and founders can bring to the table that perhaps their male counterparts can't?
I think it's well researched, but women bring a lot of empathy to the table, right? And it's not just limited to other women, it's empathy about everyone in the organization. And I think that one skill, it really helps. And we've had a lot of, very public figures talking about why it's important to have women in the boardroom, for example. The perspective they bring, the empathy they have to any situation on hand, it just makes for a lot of difference.
187 million women worldwide are currently starting or running a business enterprise. So how do you believe society and businesses have changed to accommodate working mothers?
I think we have a few ways to go on that one, quite frankly. You've seen in the recent past, you've seen advancements on, for example, paternity leave, right? So we've heard of maternity leave, that's quite common, but a lot of men don't feel like they can ask for paternity leave, right? So it kind of becomes the child is the mother's problem, right? To solve, right? And in a nice way, but it's not a shared responsibility. And growing awareness about the fact that both partners need to share equally in that responsibility, I think that's creating a mindset shift, right? And a cultural shift. And hopefully that will lead to a structural shift in terms of policies that companies have. But there's still some ways to go, I think.
I think there is quite a way to go yet. Just one very last question. What would you say to those individuals who haven't been able to attend Cloud Expo Asia today and are thinking of coming next year? What would you say to those individuals?
Look, I think cloud is affecting everyone, right? In your business, in your day-to-day life, I think in the world of technology, it's the defining disruption we are seeing. And it's good to be educated about it, right? Especially if you're a woman in technology, you better know what's happening in the world of cloud, right? I think just the conversations are fascinating. There's so much new stuff going on that it's good to find out more about. So I would definitely say go to every event that you can. It's just fascinating.
Absolutely. Been fascinating talking to you as well. Thank you very much. That's Tejaswini Tilak speaking to us here. I'm Emma Boyle and this is Cloud Moves TV.